I'm still on the review of The Last Kingdom, but this is my last point, and this last point, I wish I'm not making it particularly about review of a film, but I will use The Last Kingdom to talk about this. I know I'll find ways to talk about this multiple other times in the future, and the point is the division of the human race. When it comes down to black people and white people, it seems as if like that's what people's problem is. It seems as if, oh, it's because their color is white, so it's because their color is black, or because they don't think of them as humans. But when it's just white human beings, there's a lot of division amongst them, isn't there? And when it just comes down to just black people, there is a lot of divisions as well. So I'll first talk about the film. Um, when I was watching The Last Kingdom, there were the English Christians, and then there were the Danes that are pagans. And amongst the Christians, they fought amongst themselves so many times in the film, and they have these divisions of kingdoms of, oh, that kingdom, or Alfred, or Wexus, you know, and they kill one another for that. And oh, that I keep hearing Irish people there. I don't know what that it was about, because the way I saw it, at least from my own view at this time, maybe I'll understand it better in the future, but was like English people and Danes. But like sometimes amongst the English people, they refer to the like for instance, the people that were following Uhtred, they were English men. They were Christians, but sometimes they refer to one of them as an Irishman, and that is supposed to be like an insult or something. And then among the Danes, they were killing each other all the time. Um, there was a time when someone was saying something about that person is not a true Dane. Um, yeah, but beyond that, just people who an outside looking in would see them as one people, but amongst themselves they find further reason to be divided and separate themselves from one another. And you know religion was outside of tribes. The religion was the major thing as well, because the English people were Christians and the Danes were pagans, and where they came from also was a reason for division amongst them. Now, white people in general, outside of you know um the fame, outside of the Last Kingdom, but in like reality, obviously a lot of wars amongst them. You know, white on white crime, from like in history and today, Russian and Ukraine, and at least one that I know of. And in history, all these wars, that all these kings and emperors fought amongst themselves, even though from, like, if you're looking in at them from over here as a black person, we just call them white people, and we have a problem with them because we are black and they are white. But amongst themselves, they fight all these wars for generations and kill themselves in thousands and millions. And they are white people. And as black people, we further we found reasons to divide ourselves. We say, um these people are from that country, or that country, at least now that um um the West has colonized and separated and gave us all these names. But even when it comes down to a particular country, Nigeria, for instance, there's further divisions of human beings among themselves, as black people, as Africa. Oh, by the way, black people have this division of Africans and Americans and other places. You know, black Africans that don't understand people that are in the West, as a black community, and black Americans and other black people around the world that don't understand anything about Africans, in Africa. And then you come down to Africa, and we always fighting. I mean, it's not a real fight, it's not an absolute fight, but like Ghanaians and Nigerians or South Africans and all that. And then when you bring it down to Nigeria, tribes, all these ethnicities, all these different languages and different religious beliefs and different cultures, and we use that as a reason to fight amongst ourselves, to hate on one another, and to separate from one another. And then in America, for example, even white people hate black people. I'm not saying that as an absolute thing, but like it's a thing. Some white people are white supremacists and hate the idea of black human beings. And thus, I'm not saying that all white people hate, or like in Nigeria, all Igbo people do not hate all outside people and stuff like that. So, but like in a concept type of statement, there is that division of human based on the skin color of the people, right? And then outside of the black people in America, just the white people, and I'm using America as an example, as a specific example. Even if it's just the white Americans, just amongst them, they still find a reason to divide further, to fight amongst themselves outside of the religion, which I'm thinking they're coming as one to. Oh, they are not, because some of them are Jewish, and Jewish people are not Christians. So there is that. But because they have Muslims as to join forces and fight, so they're doing that. But beyond that, white people in America particularly are fighting amongst themselves. I mean, maybe not fighting in terms of like killing, but like having these problems and divisions, among themselves based on the political um party. Which sounds wild. I don't know if it's only in America that politics is that intense and that like serious in terms of an absolute division of people, between the left and the right. Like, it's not a thing in Nigeria. I don't know if it's because we have a lot of different parties. There are two party system, but like it's so severe like how people are like literally everything, whatever topic it is, whatever, like life as a general thing, this problem and this division of people, literally a division of people based on their religious stance, their political stance, the party that they support, whether uh, the republic, the republic, the Republic Party and the Democratic Party. It's so wild, you know, and I haven't even touched gender, you know, human beings fighting amongst themselves, even if you're black, even if all of you are black, there is this division of humans based on their gender, based on who was born with a vagina and who was born with a penis, right? It just feels to me like even when you bring it down to Igbo people and Christians, and a party is not a problem here, but you still like find a reason to divide themselves, to separate themselves. Are you Catholic or are you Anglican? You know, are you a man or are you a? They even talk about diocese. You know, it will sound like, oh, it's not a big problem because there is not a war going on, but when you comes down to it, when you are involved in it, you realize how serious these things actually are. I just feel like in general, human beings are supposed to be one. I feel like we are supposed to speak different languages, and we're supposed to worship differently, and we're supposed to, be of different genders, and we're supposed to love, and we're supposed to procreate, and we're supposed to dress differently, and we obviously do look differently. But I think we are supposed to coexist with those differences and share amongst ourselves, share each other, share one another, and understand one another based on our similarities. I don't know why we choose division, is what I'm just saying. I don't think people are supposed to look the same. I don't think people are supposed to all act the same, all have the same one food and the same way of life. I think people, like we look differently, are supposed to be different in every other aspect, but I don't think we are supposed to be killing each other because of those differences. I think the similarity of the human race is what is supposed to connect us and make us learn different people and live amongst ourselves and coexist. But for some reason, um, fighting and wars and hatred and division and separation just took over and became the norm, and that saddens me. That makes me sad. And the only thing I love about people is, the things that they allow themselves to share in common, and the things that they allow themselves to love amongst themselves. Beyond that, I don't like people very much.
Listen. Ships. I saw them first from the beach. What ships? Danes.
We were kings here once, boy. Our ancestors took this land, and it has been strengthened with our blood and bone. Now you are the new heir of Bebbanburg, and you will die for it if needed.
Yes, father.
What kind of hell is this? If my brother falls in battle, the boy must fall. Lift up your sword and spare these men of England who fight in our name. Do not forsake us. Do not forsake England. You can forget all about your English life. We like you, boy. You're a son to me now.
One day, it is my hope that all kingdoms will become one, united under one God.
One king.
Yes, the idea of a single kingdom called England has to begin here.
I will not stand by and have everything that's mine taken from me. I'm going back to the beginning.
I am Uhtred of Bebbanburg, and I shall take what is mine. Bebbanburg's mine!